Hello everybody and welcome to my video, Getting Tidier. I hope you're well. So this is Tuesday and I'm part way through sorting out everything from our camping trip. So me and my husband did the school run together. So we drove to the school, then came home, and I had something to drink, and then I went to the supermarket. So I went to two supermarkets this morning. I went to Lidl and then I went to Tesco. I spent less at Lidl and more in Tesco this week, which was the opposite last time. And then when I got home, I realised actually my husband had got some salad bits already in, which I didn't need to get, even though I did look in the fridge before I left. So that was a bit of a pain. You can see on the right hand side there, I've got all the things that need to either go into the greenhouse, because I'm using them as stuff that I sorted out from the cutlery drawer. I'm either using them as like plant markers, things to go in the bin, things to go in recycling, and some odd cutlery that I'm going to give away. So you'll see me putting the supermarket items away. I know often people will say, oh, don't double hand things. But my fridge is so full at the moment, I do need it, and I hadn't put all the fridge things away in the bags together. So I do need to get some of the things out and then make a decision about where things are going to go in my fridge. Funny thing is that a few days ago I spoke about my elderly aunt who passed away quite a few years ago now, probably when I was about 18. And when we sorted out her flat, when she moved into a care home, I mentioned about how we'd found new clothes that were hers, like little twin sets and little tops and things that had hardly been worn. And I said about how some of the items I had, well, the top that I've got on today is actually one of hers. So I've had it since I was 18, and she'd probably had it for a couple of decades sitting in her drawer. Nothing like reusing, recycling, not throwing things away. So there's a few things in the fridge that I needed to put in the bin because they're past the sell-by date. Some coleslaw that had gone off, and also a couple of sausages that my husband said that he meant to eat yesterday and then he completely forgot about it, unfortunately. My corner in the cupboard is getting a bit full, to say the least, where I'm squashing things in. I've also decided this week I need to use up more items from the freezer. So I tried not to buy any freezer items this week at the supermarket. The freezer is at bursting point. So I thought, well, I'm going to reuse some things up. I've also got a mince in the fridge from last week that I didn't use. And tomorrow I think my daughter will have chicken Kiev from the freezer, so that'll create a bit more space. So in this video, you'll see me put all the shopping away and sort round and tidy up the kitchen. Then you'll see a couple of different angles, just letting you see how I'm sorting out the bread bin and how I'm keeping the side clear. I do lunch. Me and my husband were due to have lunch together, but that didn't happen, unfortunately, because he had another call, which was a bit of a shame. And you'll see me check all the washing outside. So I bring all the washing which is now dry that I put out yesterday in the sunshine, and I put some more washing out, which was great. When I was having my lunch, I put some mealworms out to feed the birds, and it seems that that's a magpie's favourite food. A couple of magpies were going crazy. I guess they're feeding their young, but you can see how lovely and sunny it is. And then while I'm out, again, you know, I was saying the other day about how suddenly I was doing some work in the kitchen, and then I suddenly thought, I could sort that drawer out. I did the same thing outside. I was putting all the washing out, and then I suddenly thought, it's really cluttered and really untidy at the doorway. I could tidy that all up and clear the space. And that's what I did. So I wanted to share with you a few comments like I sometimes do, and also let you know that I now have a total of 2,106 subscribers, which just seems incredible. Thank you so much, those of you that have recently decided to subscribe to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. It's interesting to see where everyone's from. I love it when you remind me where you're from. It's difficult. Some of you comment regularly, I can remember, but others that don't comment quite so regularly, it's really good when you say where you're from. At the moment, 43.9% and 44% are from the United Kingdom, 21% United States, 3.1% is next, Canada, Australia 2.9%, 2.7% Germany. We've also got a British subscriber living in Tunisia, who's been following, which I thought that's really interesting. I asked her about Tunisia because I absolutely love Morocco. I'd really like to go with my daughter, and somebody told me that the places were quite similar. So a couple of comments like I was then saying. So Bluebird said, how nice you have so much space for plants. My parents had a vegetable garden when I was a kid, and I remember how much fun it was to see things grow. My mum loved houseplants and had a big plant stand in her kitchen, and it brought her a lot of joy. Sean Daniels, hi Emma, happy Sunday. Kitchen upkeep is looking great. Drawers opening and closing as they should. Fabulous. Amazing to hear your daughter also recognise and appreciate the junk drawer transformation. Dining room is also looking a lot easier to maintain and looking gorgeous. The door and windows, floors, fireplace and furniture are really standing out in all their glory, with less stuff filling the room. Oh, thank you for what a lovely kind post. People are so kind on my channel. Sparrow said, hi Emma, I hope you're having a good time camping with the guides. Your garden is wonderful. We'll be going outside of the garden soon to start waking it up from its fall and winter sleep. Isn't that a wonderful time when you start doing that? Teresa said, best of luck with the camping trip, Emma. You prepared and achieved so much relevant requirements leading up to it. Congratulations and enjoy. Karen said, can you place some of your keepsake cards in an album? I didn't, and now it makes it easier to enjoy them. And the size of the album forced me to declutter, which I really decided to keep. Great idea. And it was Mazzy 824. I watched from Tunisia, but I'm British. Just finished my kitchen after a big cook. I'm shattered now. I can't believe how much cutlery ends up in the sink. It multiplies. And I did comment afterwards to say, someone once said to me, there's always a teaspoon in the sink, even when you didn't use a teaspoon, and that made me laugh. You probably can hear the aeroplane going overhead at the moment. It's quite loud. I'm recording this as I wait for my daughter to come out from school. So a couple of comments from my post yesterday. So obviously you all spotted me going down the grass sledge, which was great fun. But Esther said, yay, another drawer decluttered. Keep up the good work. Camp looks fun. Tracy said, I'm so glad the weather was great for you. Being a budget, so I'm so glad you got beautiful weather for your camp. It's great that you're thinking, what can I declutter next? Just shows your process is working and it's paying off. Comero Biha 1169 said, good job on tackling the drawer in 10 minutes. Your decluttering muscles are growing strong. My dad still has his little fork with Pinocchio, and he's so happy when we use it for side dishes. Have a nice day, Ramona. Oh, that's lovely. Those things bring back those memories, don't they? Brett said, great job on diving right into layer 1 on your cutlery drawer. If your daughter is too old for the silverware, it would be a great candidate to put in the memory box you create for her, as others have suggested. Yeah, great. Cook Mum X3. Have you changed your hands, Landria? Look, your picture, but a different name. You sound like me when I'm not at home for sleeping time. I can't sleep well the first night away from home unless I bring a fan for white noise and a whole load of other things. Goodness me, that's a lot to plan. I didn't realise how light of a sleeper most of the night I am, so now I bring a heavier dosage of meds for the first night. I'm glad you at least got to be with your daughter for her trip. It's good to see her mummy being a leader and helping friends, so she too will grow up with those memories. Yeah, I hope so. That'd be nice. So you can see there at the door, got quite a sort of pile of things really. So I decided to sort the shoes out, and initially the pot that I put the shoes in, I realised that was the smaller pot, so I swapped them round. There's a couple of shoes which I think can go in the bin. I just need to check with my husband. And there's a few things that have been put in by the door that need to come in. So there's a big saucepan that I need to wash up. There's a sock that's been left behind when I've done the washing. And there's a few other things that I need to bring in. Then also the toys on the chair are from the hot tub. My daughter was playing in the hot tub in the summertime. So I need to bring those in. I need to wash them all. And I need to decide which ones we're going to keep. Because I don't think we need to keep all of them. That blue bucket is my spare bucket a long time ago. I used it for washing up. I've kept it, but that doesn't really have a home. And like someone said to me, if you don't know where to put something, think where you would look to find it. So I would look to find the blue bucket in the shed. But the problem is I can't actually get into the shed. So I'll have to rethink that one, or at some point sort the shed out. But the shed's not really my priority compared to the house and the garden. That's the thing. Those shoes there, they're well past it. And also I don't really like them because the garden shoes that I need to be ones that I can actually dig the garden with, and my feet will end up getting dirty with those. So it doesn't really work. I'm lucky in that a few years ago, I think it was about 2020, we got a new set of chairs and table. So I've got a couple of stools as well. And I did have a nice cover for them, but the cover has all ripped. So I'm going to get a new cover for those at some point. I don't normally keep them underneath a shelter. It's just because the weather's been so bad and because my cover ripped, I decided that they could sit there. And actually, I think they're fine sitting in the corner. But they just all need to be kept together. That's the thing. Not like in 3 different piles. So you can already see it's starting to look clearer. There's quite a few different bits and pieces down by the side of my step that need to be cleared. And at some point also, after we did the patio, we said that we'd paint my step white, where it's got all the paint's got all chipped. I suppose I could paint it black, and then it wouldn't show the marks, would it? I don't know what the answer is. Painting it white shows all the marks, and also when the paint's chipped, there's more to, it looks more untidy. I did a little bit of weeding there. I keep that area, that's very, very dry there. Plants don't grow there, but I used to have a certain type of bee that used to live in the soil. They'd burrow holes in the soil. It's native to England and is now quite rare. I haven't seen that recently, but also I know some of you don't like spiders, but also there's some really, really big spiders that live there. Again, quite an unusual one. So I'm brushing that all down, and that's going to go on my step, and that's just a good way to keep sort of the grit from your shoes if you're out on the patio wearing your shoes. My daughter's trains are there because I put them in the washing machines. They're sitting outside in the sunshine, and then I just really needed to sweep this area, but my brush broke and it needs to be super glued or binned, I think. So that'll be the next step. I tried to fix it. It doesn't look like it can be fixed. It probably is past it. But I just like a wooden brush, and I like the way that brush brushed. I know that sounds a bit silly, but some of the modern ones, they aren't really the sort of the plastic ones. They're not really as good. This is a traditional one. It was inside the house. When we bought the house, it came with the house, but no, it's gone for it. So I just went round the dustbin and brush and just got a few bits and pieces up just to tidy it really. And then after this, I then went back into the kitchen and did some more work on the kitchen. So I am trying to sort of wash up a couple of times a day, but I needed to just finish off sort of clearing up and tidying up a little bit and finishing off doing some of the lunch. So I set out the rolls. I thought my husband would have been down a little bit earlier, but unfortunately he hardly got a lunch break today, which was a bit of a shame. So you'll see me finish off lunches, and then I'll do a bit more outside. But while I was having my lunch, you'll see the magpie. I managed to get a little video. Magpie came down and sat with me, and there were a few. And they're such majestic looking birds, quite incredible. And then I finished off in the kitchen. I did another load of washing, put all my whitewashing on, kept all the side clear, and then I washed up the things that had been sitting at the doorway that I need to find a place for indoors. They don't belong at the doorway, so I need to find somewhere to put them away. And then towards the end of the video, I look at the section which is on top of the cupboards, and you'll be really pleased to see me go through all the things that you've been saying to me. Why do you have all those things on the cupboards? Can you do anything about those? Can you declutter? Can you clear them? And you'll see right at the end of the video, you'll see my pile of things that I've got left that I can either bin, recycle, or put in a different place. So thank you very much to everybody who's following my video. Thank you to those of you that are new subscribers, but thank you to those of you that continue to follow my decluttering journey, give me lots of ideas, support and guidance, and generally motivate me. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!